for starters, Resident Evil 9 is like split between Grace and Leon, and which one do I prefer? I prefer Leon, honestly, because you get to kick ass as Leon, John Wick style, and I love it. I just love it.
Oh yeah.
Right. Um, I'll be honest. Like, since I posted my review, like, I don't know if it was the editing, and it pissed me off even more and more. And I'm not gonna sit here and say like, I'm not gonna sit here and say like, oh, the game's bad. I don't know, dude. I think the recency bias has really worn off on me. Like, it's a good game, but it's like the more I think about it, I'm like, it's good. Maybe not like top five Resident Evil games. It's good though. It's good. I'll give Capcom that. But like, I don't know, dude. It's like I swear, like every time I replay a Resident Evil game, and I don't know about you guys,
Mm.
um, I just whatever for whatever reason, dude. It's that recency bias. It's that recency bias always. It's always there. It's always there, and it's just like, you play it again. It's like, I don't know, man. It's very weird. I don't know if you guys ever like have that issue or not, but yeah, that's that. I mean, I guess that recency bias is really worn off. I still have yet to replay it anyway. I played it on my homie's Xbox. I didn't have it on my own because I don't have a next gen in general. Like I'm still on last gen, so I'm lame. I'm the lamest of you guys, right? So like I just once I get a next gen, I'll probably get around to replaying it. But in the meantime, I'm just sticking to the games that I have right now, unless Code Veronica remake or a true Resident Evil 1 remake, because the one they released in 2002 is a remaster. Once that comes out, or Resident Evil
Yeah.
freaking X, which that is such a stupid name. Like once all that stuff comes out, I'll probably me and the homie will probably link up and be like, hey, let's play the new game, and then we're gonna complain about it at first, and then we're gonna be like, dude, this is the best game ever. Now, with that being said, though, I will say Resident Evil Requiem is game of the year 2026. I don't care. Okay, sure, GTA 6 can come out and all that, and that's great, but it's like, come on, dude, like Requiem, easily, in my opinion, game of the year 2026. Great story, amazing voice acting. Even though I think Resident Evil 4's voice acting is the best, you know, it's a the voice acting is just great. The voice acting is just great. Is it my favorite gameplay? Maybe Leon. I wish we could have gotten like a mercenaries mode for Leon because his gameplay really does remind me of like Resident Evil 6 in terms of gameplay. And if you know me, I love Resident Evil 6 and I love its gameplay. So
Mm.
my thing is that I would love a mercenaries mode. And if we do get a mercenaries mode, I hope that DLC is free because if you make me pay money for a DLC for a mode that should have been in the game already, I think it's stupid. I think it's really stupid if you make mercenaries pay DLC. But other than that, I would have loved a mercenaries mode. I think I'm kind of just talking just to talk. So it's going to be kind of going back and forth with like negatives and positives with how I'm talking. But
Mm.
my biggest like thing is that like I was thinking about it a little bit more. And I'm like, what's the whole thing with the whole Nemesis parasite? I feel like uh, Capcom was just like they're like, we're gonna get lazy with the bosses because okay, I'm gonna be honest with you, the bosses are kind of disappointing in that game. Even though I do like the hunk boss and I like the girl boss, the Titan Spider or the Titan Spinner, I do like the Mr. X boss fight. Those are the bosses I really do like the most. And yes, it is Hunk Mercy. Um,
I don't
so
know. I don't
that
know.
it's
It's
Hunk,
not
dude.
confirmed though. Technically,
Uh,
yeah,
Okay,
it's implied.
confirmed or not? confirmed or not, it's implied. Same way Xeno is implied to be Wesker's clone. Which, if you know Capcom, their whole thing with subtlety and foreshadowing is not very good. You know that. We've known that since Resident Evil 8 and 7. Um,
Mm.
so my what I was getting back at was the whole like Nemesis Parasite thing. I wish I uh, wrote that down in my review. You know, if I go back and redo it or something, you know, I think the whole Nemesis Parasite being in Victor Gideon, like it makes sense why he keeps coming back and blah 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 blah. But to me it really kind of ruins the whole unique kind of character of Nemesis, right? Because to me Nemesis was a very unique variant of a titan or a tyrant, right? You had all these tyrants. You had it in Outbreak, 0, 1, 2. They'll return in like some of the movies, you know, stuff like that, right? And even in Requiem. But how I look at it is Nemesis was such a unique version of the tyrant, right? And the entire purpose of Nemesis was that it was going to be because you know the entire the entire like, meme. It's super unrealistic that uh, all these humans they can kill these big, disgusting, deformed monsters with no problem. I mean, it's a problem in storytelling, but like if you're playing the game, it's not a big issue. Um, but it's like Nemesis was kind of like implied to be something where it's like, okay, well, he's supposed to be difficult to take down. He's like the Terminator, you know, and uh, it's just like the whole idea of like bringing back the Nemesis parasite. It's just like, well, it kind of just ruins, in my opinion, the uniqueness of Nemesis because Nemesis was just such a unique monster to me. Probably the most unique, besides like Lisa Trevor or a bunch of other enemies, but I'm not gonna like list them all. But you get what I'm saying. So that was like one thing I didn't really like in that game, and I want to say that what else I don't know, dude. I'm like very back and forth on like Xeno. Like I know I said in my review I didn't really like Xeno. I mean I do. I think he's kind of
Wait, I
cool.
have to go to your review actually, or not go on it, but like I didn't mean to interrupt you by the way, but I know you
No,
said
that's fine.
you said you compared him to like another character. I think like design wise or something. I don't remember what it was,
He
but like,
looks like he looks like Ryuga from Beyblade.
look, okay, I know, but like his outfit and style though. I'm sorry, I love it. I think it's so cool. I think it's awesome. I
Okay,
would wear something
I
like
think
that.
I think I
It's
think I
amazing.
think I
Take
think
it.
in my review I think I kind of said it. I was kind of stupid. I think I forgot to change that in the script, and I was kind of like,
Yeah,
whatever.
Misfit was actually.
Um, I'm sitting there and I'm like, I'm editing the video and it's like, the outfit is so stupid, I hate it. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, but I actually really like it.
It's so cool looking though. Like I like people keep calling him like Timu Wesker or whatever, and like he has this
He is
hairstyle.
Team
I love his
West.
hairstyle. I know it's like a copy. Like I don't care if it's a copy. He looks cool.
I think that Xeno had more potential
Yeah.
in
Oh yeah, yeah,
Requiem.
yeah.
I think that um, because my biggest issue is that I already thought Gideon was a great villain. I don't know how you feel about Gideon. I think he's a great villain.
Yeah.
Great Resident Evil villain. You know, especially the stuff we got from Village or or 4 remake. You know, as much as I love 4 remake and Village, um, we got some pretty stinky poo poo caca versions of the 4 remake villains,
Yeah.
and then we got the villains
Yeah.
like Resident Evil 8, like 343 Halo villains. Like, oh shoot, am I playing Resident Evil? Am I playing Halo 4? But
I will take Resident Evil the fourth villains. I don't know.
what's that?
I said I will take Resident Evil 8 villains over freaking. Or I'm not even thinking of the villains. You know that character from like it's not even a villain really. It's the library lady. think from like
Oh yeah.
Halo 4. That's all that I think of in my head when I think of like any character from 4 for some reason. I don't know why.
The librarian or whatever, which
I
makes
don't even remember.
to me makes no sense in the lore at all. But whatever.
That
But
whole
I mean, okay,
section, yeah.
that whole game is horrible. Would I rather go into a mental hospital or play Halo 4? You already know my
Whoa.
you already know my
Whoa.
choice.
Jesus.
But no, I think Gideon, great villain, right?
Yeah.
My problem is that maybe it's just me, but it just seems like Capcom is like, we're gonna try to twist it up a little bit. I'm gonna be like, oh, Zeno is kind of implied to be the villain, but then it's Gideon. He's the true villain. It's like if you're gonna throw me off, try to do it better
Mm-hmm.
because I'm sorry, dude. I already knew like Zeno wasn't gonna be the main villain, right? And that's why I'm like, okay, uh, okay, yeah, DC Douglas, the best Wesker. I will die on that hill.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't think the voice acting for this new Wesker is bad. I think it
I think
doesn't
he sounds really
fit.
cool. It just doesn't,
I
yeah.
think he sounds really. I think he sounds really cool too, but I
It's
do
not
prefer the
Wesker as
cartoon.
much.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not Wesker. It's he doesn't have that Bond villain, cartoony British evil voice where it's like 7 minutes is all I can spare to play with you, like stuff like that.
Yeah, he's more
Um,
graspy and just, I like it, but yeah.
yeah, and then and he's like his voice is like very like I don't know what it is. It's like it reminds me his voice reminds me of like I don't want to say Gears of War, but something you'd hear out of Gears of
Yeah.
War,
Yeah.
or out of a Transformers movie, or
Oh.
something like
Mm.
the Bay films, or or out of like any kind of Transformers media or whatever, or like Star Wars or something. But like it's cool voice, like a really cool voice, right? And I do like his design. I know I said I didn't like it. I lied. I didn't feel like changing the script, and I think I was like, oh, I need to have some sort of criticism in this video, so I'm gonna attack Cino. um, Now, with that being said, I do think he's a flawed character. I don't think he's a very good character. He's cool looking. His voice is cool. His design reminds me a lot of Ryuga because that's kind of how he dresses in Beyblade. Um, and I think it's okay to it's okay to like a bad character. That's how I look at it, right? Like over the years, I'm like, you know, I like Ethan Winters. I really do,
Yeah.
but he's not a good character. He's not a good character, and so my thing is I like Zeno. He's not a good character though, and the game honestly, I think it could have just done without Zeno.
Oh yeah. I guess.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
so Zeno, cool character, kind of kind of kind of dumb though. And then obviously my
But he's there
issue
to be
is
cool.
because well, yeah, it's kind of
Side
like I'm not
villain.
gonna like yeah, it's like he's like I am there to be support, like something like that. Like kind of like how hold up, I just spit on my mic. Okay. Um, you know how like I don't know what I can compare it to. You know how in like Halo or something? I know I keep comparing it to Halo, but like
Mm-hmm.
you know how in like Halo it's like you have the prophets and you have Tartarus. It's kind of how it feels like, but Tartarus is cool. So,
Yeah. No, yeah, I know what
but
you mean. I know what you mean. Yeah, I get the, yeah,
yeah,
comparison.
and then I'll be honest, like The more I think about it, the more I'm like, and I love, and you know how I am. I love survival horror gameplay. Oh yeah, I love that survival horror gameplay.
Wait,
Like I will take.
I had a question for you. I'm ruining.
What's up?
Oh, sorry.
What's up?
I don't mean to interrupt, but like, how
What's up?
at the end when you, or maybe, crap, maybe I'm thinking this wrong. When you were about to beat the game, how much ammo do you think you had as in pistol, if you knew, as Grace, your like first playthrough?
Um, I want to say it's like maybe 103.
Yeah, I was gonna say I had like 100 something when I stopped
Yeah,
playing.
yeah, cause like like at first you're
I had like 12
like at
herbs, I
first
think, too.
oh yeah, yeah. It's like at first it was like, oh, it's actually kind of hard, like when you're
Yeah,
in the
at
care
first it
center,
is. Yeah, 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 yeah.
or you're in the care center, and that's like it's actually challenging, right? And then you go into the basement, and then everything else is like, it's not very hard. Like at first it's like, oh my god, but I mean that's every Resident Evil, You struggle
Mhm.
at first, and then you're doing pretty good. I'd say I'll be honest, Requiem was probably the best and at its peak um first half of the game. And I say first half, I know I mentioned this in the review, but like first half of the game, because
Like before
like
Raccoon
after
City.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I know.
yeah, it's very.
But the spider fight
Oh
included
yeah, the
is
spider
cool.
fight's awesome, dude.
Yeah, the first part.
Don't get me wrong, it took me like 2 days to beat it because I couldn't, because like I had to go home after I beat the time spinner.
Hmm.
But um I'm like sitting there. Sitting there. I'm like, oh, what? Like when I didn't beat it, I'm like, what's Elvis? I need to know. I need to know how like everything else ends and everything. And then like I play the game and I'm like, I don't know, dude. It's not that interesting anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you feel like
It's what's that?
sorry, oh maybe I should ask both of you this. Do you feel like it's not like I don't think it's at all a disappointing game. I mean, I really like this game a lot, and like maybe like other people will differ, but like people, I don't think it was Capcom that was doing this. I feel like it was just people that were saying that Capcom was doing this, but they were building up to it being like not the final Resident Evil game, but like the big one, and but it kind of also leads into, which it's obviously going to do anyway, but 8 doesn't really conclude its storyline really either, and it kind
Yeah.
of alludes to the same situation of what 8 was heading for near the end of this game too. So you would assume that no, it's going to be even bigger for 10, because a lot of people really wanted it to be like, oh, all the characters are coming together because we're done with Ethan's storyline. That was a two-parter. Now we're gonna move on to now Jill's back, or whatever's back, or whatever the case might
Right.
be. Do you feel like it was like
Right.
a little disappointing on any of those parts, or not even really just like the characters being there? It's more like just like what you thought would be bigger, I guess. I don't know, because I thought it was a like it is a pretty lengthy and big game, and it calls back to a lot of like 2 remake, or whatever the Raccoon City places, right? Which is mostly in the remakes, right? But and I do really like that. I like the fan service elements, and it feels like yeah, we're coming back to what it originally was, but we're also doing a lot of other different things, and like mixing Leon's. It's not for remake or anything, but it's like
Right.
that, and then you're mixing it
Yeah.
with survival horror. So it feels like what I felt like it was everything that a Resident Evil fan would really, and I think I don't remember what the hell I said, and like I didn't even make a review. I don't know what I did, but like I think I was talking about it too, that like if you like 4 remake but you don't like or I should say the action Resident Evils, and you don't like so much the horror ones like 7, or something, you
Right.
might be contemplated on a game like this, because there's it's very mixed, and a lot of it isn't Leon. And then if you like survival horror and stuff, and you really don't like the action segments, because to be fair, when you enter Raccoon City and just start fighting and shooting zombies, it's like it's a completely different game. Like specifically Raccoon
No.
City, when you have like your inventory change and everything, or not inventory change, but you have the store and everything. And like I feel like some people might be contemplated or conflicted on that. I'm not saying that's a common thing. I don't know, but if you're like a Resident Evil fan at heart, like I feel like this is like such a good game for like someone like that, you know, who just like who loves the franchise. But
Yeah.
does it feel like I'm sorry, I'm dragging it on, but like does it feel like maybe like it wasn't the big conclusive chapter or something like that? I guess in a way. I think it was worth it. It was just like I don't know what I'm getting at really, but
I'm gonna let Nerd answer this because I got a pretty lengthy thing to say, so I'm gonna let Nerd
yeah, it's
answer
fine. It's
this
fine.
first.
I've barely been able to talk the whole time, but basically,
Mm-hmm.
basically, I think if it was a conclusion, then I think it would end up perfectly. But if it wasn't a conclusion, they were leaving room for another Resident Evil. It's like I don't know. I really don't.
Yeah. That's the thing though. Like you know, I mean, obviously 7 ended up being into Village. I don't know if 7 had any, you know, tie-in ends or anything like that to that, but I know Village did, and I know I think there's other storylines out there from the past. I think Revelations 2 was one of them, and I think there might have been other games as well. But I don't know how. I guess it's more like where are they really heading to, you know? And I mean, I don't know. I mean, back and forth on all of it too, because like I haven't been catching up with like as much of the storyline
Oh yeah.
as most people, you know. Even though I love this stuff, but
But yeah, I think it'd make a good conclusion with Leon being there, and even if they added Jill, still would have been a good game.
well, do you think they'll do
But
like Shadows of Rose?
I
That's like
probably,
the
but
latest in the timeline. I mean,
it'd probably be continuing off of that, maybe.
yeah, it's like 2037. I'm not saying they'll specifically do Shadows of Rose. I'm just saying like maybe. I mean, they'd be all really old at that point, though. That would be the thing. That would be way. I mean, that'd be a lot of years. But at the same time, if Village's thing isn't concluded technically, that's like 2021. We're in 2028 now, which is 7 years after the fact. So it doesn't sound like it'd be too big of an issue going all the way like 9 years later after this. So I mean, I don't know. Or wait, no, 9 years. Yeah, 9 years. Sorry, I don't know.
Let me see.
What's
Because
up? Okay. Oh shit, my bad.
Anyone could go. I'm done talking here, so I don't know what else to say.
No, I thought Nerd was still going. My bad.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I still got ramble a little bit because
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
barely been talking. Um, to me, I struggle going back to the older Resident Evils sometimes. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing I struggle with is like the tank controls and just like all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like going back to Code Veronica, like in a long time, I'm really having trouble with it. But if I give it more time, maybe I'll just be able to get through it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm done rambling for right now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so I was thinking about. So you said you asked the question. Do I think it's a disappointing like if it was going to be the very last mainline game? Is it a disappointing uh, Resident Evil game? Um, I'll be
Yeah.
honest
To
with
what
you.
extent, I guess.
To what extent? To me, because if you look at like anything ever made, there are things that are supposed to be the end of a certain franchise. Like look at Halo 3, that was the final uh the franchise, or look at
Mm.
um even early Resident Evil. You look at Resident Evil 3, that was supposed to be the final one well, actually no, 2 was, but you get what I'm saying. I feel like Resident Evil that entire story, the conclusion was, and you might disagree with me on this. The conclusion of Resident Evil has been Resident Evil 5. Resident Evil 5 was the very last, in my opinion, in the story, and it should have been the conclusion. Now, am I saying like I don't want any more Resident Evil games? I would love, bro. I'd love more Resident Evil games. Like, are you kidding me, dude? I'm an addict for this stuff. But what I'm getting at is like,
Hmm.
you know, I think that Resident Evil, that the final mainline game has always been Resident Evil 5, and it kind of just seems like they're dragging the story out a little more,
Oh
which
yeah.
I think Requiem has a great story, but I don't think it was a story meant to be the final one, and I think that whoever built it up to be, oh, this is the final one, this is the and, this is going to be the big finale. It's stupid. It's really stupid because I don't see Resident Evil ending, and they do actually point this out in Resident Evil Vendetta. If you've seen that movie, the
Oh
whole
no, no.
the whole theme of that film is that their entire lives, Jill, Leon, Chris, Claire, they're gonna keep fighting that till they're dead. That's
Mhm.
the entire that's the entire theme of that movie. So if you really look at it like this, you think about it. Uh, Resident Evil, it's Mercy and Nerd. We're gonna have a wife and kids and grandkids, and we're gonna be retired old people. We're gonna be sitting there in our retirement homes playing the Resident Evil 356 because I don't
Yeah.
see this because
Yeah.
No, I
I
agree.
know by the time you hit Resident Evil 142, they're gonna start bringing in the Dragon Balls, right? And Leon and Chris and Claire and Jill, they're all gonna be dead. But then like whatever new character is there, they're gonna be like, Almighty Shenron, grant me a wish, and then they wish back all the big four, right? And then
Yeah.
it's gonna be like that. I don't see Resident Evil being, you
Yeah, I
know,
don't see it doesn't even ending period, really, because there's so
oh
much
no,
to
there's so much lore in it, and they just make new lore. They just make more plot holes. So if Requiem was the finale, then I would say it's still a good game, but a
Oh yeah.
disappointing finale. If it was a finale, like I'm somebody who would be like, okay, if it's a finale, you have the big four, um, like have the big four of Resident Evil in there if it's going to be a finale. Now, I could be wrong, and it's kind of implied that because they have Chris and the Ethan saga, Leon is in the Grace Ashcroft saga, right? So they
Yeah.
could take Jill or Claire, and they could be a part of whatever saga, right? If you really think about it, and then that's gonna be how they end the series. Is that they make all these new characters, right? They have Ethan and they have Grace, and then Jill and Claire get their own original character or something.
Yeah.
That's how I'm looking at it, like that. I think they're kind of setting it up kind of like that.
Yeah.
But if so, I don't. I so to me, Requiem really wasn't like a finale, but the question you were asking was if it was a finale to the Resident Evil franchise, would it be a terrible, disappointing game? No, I don't think it is. I think it's a great game. Um, would it be a disappointing finale? Absolutely, absolutely. As a
Yeah.
finale to the series, but I mean, thank God it's not. And I'm sure they're going to be setting up more for like mainline games, but that's kind of how I look at it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I was gonna say something, but I lost my train of thought for a minute.
Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah.
bring back the
So
Jill thing with me.
basically, going back into Code Veronica, I'm more enthusiastic about the remake now that I played more of it.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there. I was just thinking about it next year. Right.
it,
If it does.
but yeah, it's just rumors right now, but it actually ends up being confirmed. It'll be next year probably.
Yeah. Thing about
I mean,
Code
if you
Veronica.
think about
Yeah.
it's if it's Death Golem, I know he's not reliable, but if it's Death Golem, um, sitting there saying like, hey, you know, this is gonna happen, good chance it's gonna freaking happen. I think I was watching an older video of yours actually, Mercy, and you were bringing up like Death Golem revealed Leon was gonna be in Requiem. It was a leak and everything. And oh look, Leon's you know.
Shoot,
So
wait, how long was that ago? Was that 2024?
that was when yeah,
Oh
I
God, I
think
think I remember
so.
that.
Or whenever Requiem was going to be it was like super new, like nobody knew what the hell it was.
Yeah.
So, I
Right.
mean, you know, there's always saying 4 is rumored, and then Code Veronica is rumored, and I know damn well another one remake is rumored, which, oh God,
I mean, if he's outright
it's not
saying it,
that.
I feel like a thing with leakers. If you're outright saying it and like you're so confident, it's like saying that it's like, oh, in 1 week this, and you have like a good at least because yeah, like there's gonna be some things that he's getting wrong or who knows where he got it from or whatever, and
Right,
some things changes too. But like if he's gonna
right,
say like it's in a week, because if he's saying it's next year, it's possible it could get delayed, but.
right.
I'm not saying it is going to happen, but it is. I think it is very likely that he is absolutely right with like Code Veronica's probably the next game if they've been working on it for a while.
I
And
mean,
if he's confident within a year, I don't
yeah.
think he would want to. I'm not saying he lies about it, but like, because like who knows where he gets it from too. I'm sure like he got it from the wrong person before. I don't know how it all works, how leaks work,
Well,
but you know,
I keep because okay,
hmm
make fun of me for this. I'll go on Facebook sometimes.
yeah,
I'm not that old, I swear. I'm like 19. I'm not that old, right? So I'll go
hmm
on Facebook sometimes, and I think I'm like going on like Marketplace or something. And oh my goodness, they're putting Beyblade in Fortnite. I'm sorry.
whoa,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That was random.
My my friend sent me an image. They're like, oh, they're putting Beyblade in Fortnite. And I'm like, ooh, I need that. Anyways, I don't know why I'm talking about that. What I'm getting at is I keep seeing these posts and it's like Resident Evil Zero, Resident Evil Code Veronica, Resident Evil One remake, Resident Evil X, which is such a stupid name. I hope they don't call it that.
Yeah.
And I'm always sitting there. I'm like, I'm excited for Code Veronica. I'm excited for especially Zero. Are you kidding me?
yeah,
I
yeah,
know
yeah.
Mercy. I know Mercy is ecstatic for Zero. He's doing jumping jacks out of excitement. He's kicking his feet up and down. It's like,
It's my favorite game,
ooh,
man. Shoot.
he's excited for the remake. but
Well, I am excited for the
but
remake. I was thinking about that earlier today. Actually, I was like I
I
remember
was
when I was
too.
younger. I was not younger, but like I was thinking of Zero, and I know it's not going to happen obviously in a remake. But my favorite title card. Sorry if I cut you off too, by the way. But like my favorite like menu sequence is like Resident Evil Zero. Like I like that one the most for some reason. I don't know why, but like I would ride my bike and like, I don't even know what I'm talking about. But like I would like think
I
about that.
I remember I was watching a Cat Chris. I remember I was watching a Cat Chris video about Resident Evil Zero. He did with Jordan underneath,
hmm
Oh yeah.
and because he's a British guy. He's like, every time I start the game, it it sounds like the title card guy is a rapper, and then he puts on like a rapper like costume or whatever, and then he mouths the words, but he does it like as a rapper. It's actually really funny. I could send you the clip. But like if you think about it, okay,
I'm I'm familiar with Catter.
out of any of the title cards, and I know we're so off topic with Requiem, but I'm sure you'll do an extras thing.
Yeah.
What
I don't know.
what is your favorite title card in any Resident Evil?
Oh, actually, hold up. It's probably Resident Evil 1 remake, I guess.
Really?
Yeah.
I could, yeah.
The problem is I don't remember. I don't remember any of them except for 0 and 4. I mean, I remember the other ones, but like I think one remake has the same, not the same, but like they have like a similar voice in like the early 2000s. They had like a similar voice that they would
Yeah.
reuse. Maybe it was
They
in Dead Aim or
do.
Outbreak. I don't remember. So I think I might
I'm
know what you're talking about, nerd. I don't remember.
I'm very like mixed on the whole title cards, like how they sound. Like
Hmm.
I always like I'll play Nemesis, right?
All right.
And it's just Resident Evil,
Oh, I hate that.
and then you play, and I'm like, I love the voice effect,
Yeah, I know.
but it's like, well, you didn't even say three Nemesis, and
Now it's
then
just.
It's the
like
same
there's no word, which it's
Veronica.
like
He just
it's
says Resident Evil and it goes into Code Veronica. I was like, what the hell?
right,
Yeah, yeah.
and then, but I love the voice effect of it. Like that reverb that they add, like that like that late 90s, early 2000s reverb. Me, if you know what I'm talking about. Like I have like every time I hear that sound, I'm gonna say it in a PG way. Let's just say there's ice cream involved. Um, so, but uh, but I really do like the whole growly like Resident Evil. Like I can't do it right now, but I do like that sound.
You have
But
like a certain feeling when you load up your
yeah,
3DS and it says Resident Evil
yeah,
DS.
like it's like Resident Evil. Yes, and it's like okay, that's cool. Like I play the remake and everything, and then they do it in Revelations where it's like it just sounds too long. Where it's like Resident Evil Revelations to episode this or something. That's what it feels like when they do the title card thing. It just sounds super long, and it's like oh my god.
Yeah, yeah. I had to nerd. So you've played. I think you recorded it too. I remember. I don't know. Maybe you deleted it. I don't remember. Maybe it's on your other channel. I don't know. But I know you played. You played some of Resident Evil Zero. I think on the train section. I don't know how you felt about it because I actually like the section for the most part, like compared to the rest of the game at least. I mean, I think most people usually say that anyway, but like, there's like, but I still like it because it introduces you to all the things that I don't like in the game. That's featured in the rest of the game. I was just wondering what your thoughts were on it. I guess.
Uh, it's boring. I find myself bored going back to the I was like playing the game
Exactly.
for just shooting crap, you know.
Well, I mean, there's like the scorpion thing that's which is like the boss fight, which is like it pushes you into one area, and I don't hate it really. It's like whatever, but like that's when you get introduced to Billy and the leeches, which obviously they're in the game, but that was I try to okay guys I try to remember what like
Uh,
I felt when I first played Zero, but like I really don't remember what I did. It wasn't the first Resident Evil game I beat, but I've mentioned it
oh
before. It's
yeah.
the first Resident
Do
Evil
you want
game I
me to
played.
do you want me to do an impression of you playing Resident Evil Zero?
When I was like what? I don't know how old.
When you were like super little. Here's my impression of you
I
playing
wasn't
Resident
that
Evil
little
Zero.
though. That's the
Oh my
thing.
god, I hate this game. I hate this
No, I didn't. I'm not a rage. No, no, I'm not a rager. Surprise, or for like what is it like? It was on the Xbox One, but I remember.
game.
Oh,
I don't know because it was like that game really turned me off to the rest of the franchise, and I was like, dang, you know what? Resident Evil is just not for me. So why did I get that game specifically? I don't know. Because it was
You played four.
digitally too.
Oh my god, it's the best game ever.
I don't know. Maybe it's because it was like the first, I guess, in the timeline. That was probably my logic. Okay, I know why.
mm.
That's my logic. It's like it's the first in the
That's,
timeline. Let's try
that's
that one.
that's how you really turn off a Resident Evil fan is like when you're like, hey, it's a prequel, but we're gonna make it really, really.
It's
Uh,
a terrible
it feels
prequel.
dread, feels
Yeah.
dread playing it. It's hard.
It's
I've
why they got
beaten
to
almost
remake it.
every Resident. Oh yeah, dude. If you're gonna introduce people to Resident Evil series or like the series or whatever, at this point, Resident Evil One remake, that don't need another remake. Zero does though. Oh my gosh.
It needs to be. I don't care if it's like 6 hours long. Just replace the. I mean, I do care. I do care. Don't get me wrong. But if they did that, I would still be like, okay, well,
That,
I don't
and
know.
I'm probably gonna sound like really hypocritical when I say this is uh like if you were to like okay I normally I'm like because that's why I'm like really weird about the Resident Evil One remake where it's like oh it's gonna replace the actual good remake,
Yeah.
but it's like I know there are people whose favorite Resident Evil is Zero, which I can't give them too much. I can't give them too much credit for that. I mean I think I one was Zero, but I do want them to replace it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't. I don't know. I want to. Yeah. I want to. They can do. That's the one game where I think they need to make changes to the story and make it better. That's the one game.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah. To me, it's not a good prequel story to the original. Obviously, they're not. I don't want them to change the whole game because it's like, okay, well, you don't want to sway away from, the leeches or anything. Or I mean, obviously, they wouldn't take away the leeches, but like, what are they going to change? What are they going to take away? I don't want them to change. I don't want them to make a different game. Is what I'm trying to say. But,
Take away the leeches, please.
what was it?
Take away the leeches, please. I love the leeches.
They could make it so
But-
cool, though. I'm just not creative, so I can't think of any right now.
Before we go back to Resident Evil 9, I will say this. I love the promotional song. Or, like that little, like, promotional thing they'll play at the beginning of, like, old games or whatever. Like the promotional cuts. You know what I'm
Silent
talking
Hill?
about? Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That was
love
cool.
I love the song that they made for like that little promotional. It was like I love that. It's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
awesome.
Oh yeah.
I know what you mean.
I want to have one thing though,
Yeah.
because y'all talking about the spider boss. I remember there's a boss similar to this. I think maybe it's like a scorpion in Devil May Cry 1, and I had trouble beating this boss for a while.
Oh, Phantom?
Yeah, that one. I had trouble beating that boss for a while, and it's like, holy crap, that
I
gave
did
me
too.
some trouble.
I did too. I actually remember I had to look up tutorials on how to beat that boss. I was in like middle school. I would be like, I'd look up on YouTube and we're like, how do I beat Phantom in Devil May Cry 1? And then it's like, oh, just like spam Devil Trigger or something. And it's like, oh, okay, that works. And then you should do that. Like
Yeah,
now it's pretty easy, but back then, the struggle.
I think I get more joy out of DMC3 than out of any Devil May Cry game, though. It's the special edition, not original.
But what's your guys' favorite like part of
Yeah.
of Requiem? Like
Part-
it could be
Part
it
of
could be like cutscene. It could be like a certain boss fight. It could be a game section, whatever. Like what's your favorite part of Requiem?
Okay. Basically when Leon just destroys Chunk and he just explodes, and that's just pretty damn cool.
That was really satisfying, honestly, when you get killed. But then I realized it doesn't. Actually, so I didn't go. I never replayed Requiem, so I don't know. But isn't there like 2 chunks too?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah, I talked to you about it because I was complaining about it too. Not complaining, but like I was talking to you about it, and I remember you could like. I swear there was still Chunk downstairs because like if you stab him in the back as Grace with that thingy, and maybe I'm wrong because I didn't actually do that, but I saw someone do that, and you can, I think, you still fight Chunk, I thought, as Leon, but I thought if you killed him, then you didn't have to fight him as Leon, but maybe I'm wrong on that, and it actually, I don't know.
I mean, maybe there's two chunks, but like, okay, wait, how many
I never
times did
saw
you
a
like
second
stab?
one down there when I went as Leon.
How many,
But
how many times did you like stab chunks though? Like, like once? Cause you have to do it like 3 times.
you mean stabbing Chunk in the back with the injector
Yeah,
thing?
with the yeah.
That's the thing. I never did it, so I don't know. Because I never did it, so I assumed that was the same Chunk that was you fight as Leon. But if you didn't, but if
Right.
you killed him as Grace, or if you killed Chunk as Grace, you wouldn't have to fight him as Leon. That's what I thought. That was what my impression would be. That I thought that would be kind of cool. That I didn't have to fight him just as much as if I killed the butcher as Grace. Then Leon probably wouldn't have to fight him downstairs, right? Because she'd have the key instead of Leon.
Right.
But Leon can still go in there and get the door closet thing, right? So
Right.
I didn't know that. I never even looked it up, so I was just curious if anyone knew that. I
So
don't know.
yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty sure there's the same chunk. There's just some lore thing going on, and it's like, oh well, Chunk somehow survived the explosion.
Somehow Chunk
Yeah,
returned.
now it's Resident Evil.
He'll be back in
Um,
Resident Evil 10.
yeah, he'll be back in Resident
My favorite
Evil.
character.
He's gonna be the main
Yes. Chunk.
Resident Evil 10.
He's gonna be the iconic one like Mr. X or Nemesis or
Oh,
whatever.
yeah.
So in Resident Evil 18 or whatever, they'll be Resident Evil
He's
18.
there.
He'll come back and it's like, oh my god, we get to fight the Butcher and Chunk. They're back.
Oh, and the witch from Left 4 Dead.
The witch from Left 4 Dead.
Oh
that?
yeah.
I didn't play that game, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I mean,
But so Mercy, like, what's your favorite part of Requiem?
the entire game. Well, I mean, I can tell you my favorite moment. My favorite moment was obviously the spider.
I mean,
When the,
yeah, I mean, like anything, like any.
I can
part of
probably
it.
list like my favorite moments. Like I don't know my favorite part. I'm gonna say this. Like I mean, we're probably gonna get more involved into talking about the gameplay anyway. And we already have a little bit. But like the Raccoon City thing, I like it, but it is my least favorite part of the game. The whole thing until you get to the RPD, I really like that, and I think it's fun and all. I do, but I really like Grace's sections way more than Leon's sections specifically. Like the first time you play as Leon, it's like, oh my god, and it still can be that, and I think it's really really cool. I'm not saying they should have removed it or something. No, I think it's really cool. It's just that
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to say I get kind of bored, but that was like. I think I recorded that all in like one run because I wanted to get it over with. Like it's like because I was already playing a little bit of it, but I was like, this is probably going to be very long, and it's cool, but I think it gets better. Like I think it's a lot better when you're done with the detonators and everything like that. When you're on the bike race, that was one of my favorite parts. I thought that was really really funny and cool. But like my favorite ones, probably the spider, I guess I like the area Grace is in a lot, but that's a lot of the game too. So like, there's a lot of stuff I really liked about the game, but probably the spider or the crap. What was I gonna say? There was some other part of the game I was about to say. Oh yeah, when they introduced Xeno, I really liked the music there and the setup. And I know he's not Wesker, but he looks so cool, and I was like, this dude's smoking a cigarette. Like he looks sick, it's obviously like it's kind of in a way Wesker's back in a sense, and like he does the Resident Evil 5 moves. That was cool, like when he shoots him,
Yeah.
I don't know. That's probably a lot, but
Oh,
I don't know.
I'll definitely say, before I get into like what I liked about the game the most, I really love the music. Oh my god,
Oh yeah.
music was just when I heard the track "Whatever It Takes," and it's the Resident Evil 2 save theme. I was in my homie's room. We're playing it, and I heard that iconic like chord progression, and I was like, I started losing. I'm like, no, that's the same thing from Resident Evil 2. Oh my god! And I really loved the music of it, and I really liked the Through the Darkness song. I remember I would like on my Spotify when I had premium. I don't think I have premium anymore, but I was on my Spotify. I just replay, and it was that, and it was like after listening to that soundtrack, I'm like, I really want to listen to Nine Inch Nails now, and I just started listening to a bunch of Nine Inch Nails after that.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I guess like favorite parts of that game, I guess like it was the music. Um, Bike chase was cool, but I just wish like I could play it, like actually play it.
Yeah.
Um, what was it? Care Center was cool. That word, like the part where you're like hiding from the girl. Oh, I love that. I love
Yeah.
that a lot. That was really scary. And uh, when Emily mutates, I read that's probably my favorite part of that game.
Hmm.
Uh, I really like how it's set up. I really like the voice acting, the delivery, how it's paced.
Oh, yeah, she has really good voice acting. Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. It was like, oh my god, dude. That was like my favorite part. Like I was playing it. I was sitting there. I'm like jaw to the floor. I'm like, dude. I like it was like I got flashbanged. I'm like, what the hell? What the hell? What is going on? You know. So
Hmm.
I'm like, oh, I'm like, what the hell? Least favorite parts. Oh yeah, and favorite parts obviously Leon's gameplay. I loved it through and through. But least favorite parts, a lot. I really I struggle to really say I like the level design in the second half, like RPD or not RPD, yeah RPD, uh, Raccoon City. Like I get there to Raccoon City and I'm like, oh my god, dude, they have City of Ruin in this game. It's clearly City of Ruin when you're in the streets of Raccoon City.
Hmm.
But like I was excited at first. I'm like, it was just so underwhelming to me. You know, very very underwhelming. I didn't really like the level design of it. Um, it was just I was like, okay, I just want to get the game done. So like the most of the second half of that game, I really was like, it's not my favorite. I do like the hunk boss fight a lot.
I like the red.
Yeah, that I really like that boss fight. It's like two of the most awesome characters going at it, dude. It's like, ooh, oh my god, it was amazing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure on canon. Um, sorry. Or did I was. I mean, I don't know if you want to. I mean, I agree. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I didn't know if you were gonna ask this next, but I was gonna. Do you want me to? I don't know if you're done.
Ask away, man. Ask
No,
away.
you. What is the scariest part of the entire game for both of you?
Let's go. Shoot. I'm gonna let
Scariest,
Nerd answer that first.
Hmm.
the hospital section. The first part you see the girl.
I agree.
Scariest part for me.
That yeah.
Hmm. There's another scary part. The basement section. With the girl again, and it's like, oh my god, it just gave me so much
You mean
dread.
like the sewer one? The like the
Yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah, yeah. I was
With
gonna
the
say that too. I was just thinking about that too. That one.
yeah, it just gave me. And the fact you had to backtrack and get the joint plugs just to open just to turn the lights on so you can progress. Like, damn, there's so much to do.
Well, you know when like you go into like the vent. It's not a vent. What am I even talking about? There's like a certain
The
part.
fan.
Well, oh yeah, yeah. The fan. That was one of the scariest parts. But like when I don't know. I mean, I assume it's set up and scripted anyway. But like I like how it's I what I like about some of these things obviously is that like it's just like Mr. X where Mr. X could be anywhere in the RPD or whatever, or like the monster from
Oh,
Amnesia the Bunker or something like that, right? Like the girl
Mm.
or whatever when she like comes from the ceiling in that one area where you're in like a square thing. I think you're grabbing something, and I think you have to duck back, or no, you have to go in between this little thing here. She just crawls down. It's like,
the
uh,
the elevator.
below the elevator. Yeah, like right around that area place where she's
I think
crawling down in front of you. Or I don't know if it's
oh,
scripted or what it is, but
dude.
Wait, was that at the beginning of the basement section?
I think it was in the middle area, maybe near the end of it, because I don't know where exactly it was. It might not have been scripted. I don't know, but oh yeah, I also love it that there's zombies in there, which is great because it's like, okay, well,
Yeah.
do I shoot the zombie? What do I do with this? She's gonna hear me, and
Yeah.
when you also go near the save door place, she'll just go in front of you. Sometimes, like she'll just come
Oh my
down,
God,
and it's
dude.
great. You need that. You really
Oh
need that
my
where it's like, oh,
God.
I want to go to the save station. It's right there, but
I
nope,
figured
she's gonna
that.
go in front of you.
I don't know about you. I don't know about. Oh, I mean, I gotta go back and finish your what's it called? Your playthrough series. But I don't know about you. Every time, every time I was in that section with the girl in it,
Yeah.
if I got one piece of something, skedaddle into the save room, save, abusing the save system.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's all dark too. It's really dark.
I I man, okay. 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 I'm probably gonna piss you off when I say this. I
Okay.
even though I've told you before, I don't find any Resident Evil game scary. I mean,
Okay.
I find certain Resident Evil games eerie, like Resident Evil Remake. I find that eerie, or the original 4. I find that eerie. Original 3, I find pretty eerie.
Yeah.
Um, original,
Survivor.
you know, Survivors. Yeah, that one's pretty scary. I can't lie. Um,
I don't know.
I, I, but I will say this, right? As much as I don't really find 7 that scary, I find it to be very disturbing, uncomfortable,
Mhm.
disgusting, and that's like in the best ways possible.
Yeah.
It's like that how it looks is very, like, I know it gets compared to like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but like if you know the atmosphere of that movie, you'll understand.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
um, uh, uh, Resident Evil 7, and that's what I really love about 7, right? But I didn't find it scary. Maybe like the one tense moment where Jack is chasing you.
That is the scariest part of the franchise for me is when
That is,
he's so fast though. That's the thing. I'm not trying
oh
to
my
say like
God.
the girl isn't fast or like the characters or the people
Oh
in
yeah,
like 9 or 2 remake or whatever. Like Mr. X can be fast, but
yeah.
Jack can catch up to you. Like he's
Oh
the
my
fastest
God.
one. Like there's
He,
nothing else to him in my opinion. Like in
yeah.
Resident Evil,
I
like
think
he's
I think
terrifying.
Jack. I think Jack as a stalker
But he screams at you and
is
you're like, "Oh my
great.
god." Like he
Well, I
knows
mean,
me.
I mean, he is my. Oh yeah, when he notices you too, it's pretty damn like tense, right?
In the main
Dude, I mean,
hallway, the
maybe
main
maybe
area.
maybe 7 is a little scary. I don't know. I haven't played it in a while, but with that being said, normally I don't find Resident Evil games to be that scary, right? Tense, yeah, like the baby section that was pretty tense, right?
Hmm.
Uh, when I'm every part with the girl, I was screaming like a little girl. And I normally don't do that with video games. Like not even Silent Hill 2, like the original Silent Hill 2. As much as I find that game to be pretty scary, and I'll be
Yeah.
like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I'm not screaming like a little girl. Like when I was playing it, maybe I was exaggerating it just to make my friend and his brother laugh, but um, it was like, oh my goodness gracious, dude! And I played in third person too. Keep in mind, because I don't really like playing in first person.
Yeah.
I was playing in third person too. Oh my gosh, it was like it was like it was hell, dude. It was hell playing through those sections, and in a good way too. In a good way, because like it's sure she's scripted,
Yeah. Yeah.
um, but here's something like people don't really ever talk about is that with fear, right? A big fear factor. When you're playing a game and you know the consequences of fear of that enemy, it depends on your fear. Like the sound obviously is going to make you eerie because okay, you know how like in the original Resident Evil 4, the Dr. Salvador, you don't fear him because he's just a chainsaw guy. You fear him because he's an instant kill,
Yeah.
and his sound is pretty scary too. So when I mentioned in my review, you know, it uses I think it was pacing. It uses pacing and your knowledge to really cause that intensity and to scare you when you know that uh, even though she could be scripted, but you know that she can block safe doors, right? You know that she can uh, anytime you're in the dark, which the whole theme of the game kind of just feels like it's about like oh darkness and whatever and blah blah blah. Um, when you know that uh, she can come after you in the dark, when you know that she takes off a lot of your health, um, not to mention she's pretty scary looking in my opinion but that's really just me. I love uh, elongated and deformed. Those are the creepiest ones to me. But like what I really found about what I really found scary about the girl was those things. It was even though I knew how to do things, I had to go into parts where I didn't have a choice. I had to be a man about it and not scared. And so I'm like, okay, that part was pretty. Her parts are pretty scary. Her parts are very scary.
Mm.
I wouldn't say these parts are scary, but I'd say they're more eerie than scary, and it would be the zombie, like the care center, like beginning care center. I mean,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
very very eerie. Like first encounter with the butcher. Oh my gosh, dude, that was eerie. The singing zombie lady, even though I mean, I'd take her out to dinner, but if she wasn't a zombie, right? Um, I like her, like she was like to me like pretty creepy, right?
Yeah.
Um, the Chunk not so much. Chunk, you know, he's a
Yeah,
he's a
Shrunk,
he's a,
Shrunk
he's a ready
is well, yeah. He's not
he's
he's
a
not
ready
up
loser.
he's not up there.
Yeah, so but like for zombies, like I really liked how they're like all like little characters and they have like their own thing. And so like you don't like sit there and think you're not like, oh well, I'm gonna go kill this zombie. You're gonna be like, oh, the zombie this maid zombie, or the mentally ill blind zombie. Like you can classify it like that. Like you can classify those zombies as that. And in my opinion, I think they're probably my favorite zombie or my favorite monsters in the entire series
They're very
because of how
unique.
unique they are. Yeah, they're very unique.
Yeah.
Like I know they've had like talking zombies and kind of weird mentally ill zombies, like in Revelations, where it's like you have the O's, or it's like you have the comms officer, where it's like this is the Queen's Zenobia, mayday, mayday, and that part's like pretty creepy a little until you like actually have to fight the boss, and then you actually just want to just uh delete the game after that because that boss is horrible. Anyways, um, um but it's like they've had those before. They've had it in 4, 5, and 6, where it's like talking zombies, and it's like, it's whatever, it doesn't matter, right? And then you have 9, but it's like they do it so well, and like they look creepy, and they sound pretty creepy. Or it's like you like when the butcher notices you, it's like, Prime! It's like, oh my god, he saw me, and it's really hard to sneak up on him and everything. And it's like, oh my god, he's pretty creepy. He's pretty tense. Not creepy, but more tense. Just like the entire beginning area of the care center before you actually have to encounter those. Like when they introduce you to those monsters, very very tense because you're unfamiliar with the area. You're like, oh my god, what is going on? You have the butcher, and then you have the singing zombie, which the way they do the singing, I don't know what they do with the notes or whatever. But man, that singing zombie scared the hell out of me every time.
I think I
And I'm
said
like,
screw it and
no,
I shot her with the Requiem. I was like, I don't
yeah,
care. I
I
should
think
use it.
everyone did, but it's like I didn't have any Requiem bullets, so I'm like, okay. I'm like, uh-oh, I'm screwed. So I had to waste my handgun ammo on
uh,
her.
I think I
What?
ignored the second one. I don't remember. I know I stabbed the butcher in the ass, but I don't think that worked out well.
Right.
But there's I love the layout though of that like whole area, like the whole I keep forgetting what it's called. Care center. Yeah, care center. I love the layout of the whole place. It like I think it's really well done. I like the blood stuff that you have to, stick into there or whatever, and you have to find pouches.
Right.
Um,
Hmm.
which annoys me that you can only I get it. You can only use it for if you have like 80 of it or something and you need 20 in your thing. You can't just use it specifically there. You
Right.
have to wait until it's like you have 60 less or whatever, and then you should use it.
Yeah, that's the one thing I really enjoyed. It's like, especially like when you're in the basement, they give you a bunch of blood down there in the basement.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god, they give you so much like metal or scrap or herbs or blood, and it's like you can carry so much,
I
right?
think
And
they
then you
should have
start to
yeah, sorry.
no continue.
Well, I was gonna say I think they should have like done. I don't want like, I mean I'm not like the biggest fan of scripted stuff all the time, but sometimes it works where it's like I think they should have like set that up to where like if you're gonna go collect blood in like certain places because there is specific ones where there's just blood sitting there, or maybe you can do a specific zombie or something because I feel like they'd have the resources for doing that too. Is that you could have had something like I don't know how they would do it, but like oh the girl. Or maybe they have. I
Right.
don't know. Maybe I just didn't know. But where like some zombie falls down somehow or whatever, and then he's going quickly up to you or something. You don't know it, but you're collecting this blood right here, or something like that. Because then that would be like,
I mean,
it wouldn't change much out of like
I,
how
I
much there
think
was, but
I think something like that could have been pretty good. And it's also something unique. I think they could have done. I don't know if they really even do it in the game, and I didn't notice it or whatever. They could have done it like this, where it's like that blood. If it sits, like how Crimson Head, which I'm gonna get into that in a minute, but it's like the Crimson Head's like if they let that sit for so long, it's gonna come back.
yeah,
Um, what they could have done with that blood is because the girl is still roaming around, or any kind of monster, right? They can come by and just take that blood, and they could have taken that blood,
oh yeah,
and it's like it strengthens them or it causes them to mutate faster. And it's like, oh gosh, I gotta go collect that blood. I don't know if it's a zombie. I think it. I'm not like saying like they should have added that. I'm just saying that'd be a cool like game design mechanic. What do you think? What do you think of the blister heads? Like, what would you guys
I
like? What like would you guys like say they were kind of cool? Like, kind of cool seeing
I
the
was just about
Crimson
to say
Head
that.
someone come back because
Uh,
it's clear
You go
because
first,
yeah.
Nick.
I mean,
you know how I like mentioned they were kind of like the Crimson Head, but yeah.
Yeah.
mm, the blister heads, I found them hard to kill, but they tend to be a bit of a threat, anyways. And they're in the care center section.
hmm Yeah, because you fight them as
And
both Leon and Grace.
oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah, but
so it's like
they weren't like very like hard as Leon. It was more Grace.
yeah.
I agree. I didn't shoot him as Leon though. I don't know how far I have to get in order to do that.
I think it's in the it might yeah, it's in the care center I think when you first see them too is Leon, I think.
No, it was when you first see him as like when you get like that puzzle where it's like you're trying to get the body parts. It's like
Um.
they're like that's like when they start popping up.
Well,
Mm.
yeah, but like as Leon, the first time you fight them, action wise, would be still
Oh yeah, no, yeah,
in
it's
the
in the
up. I think it
character
was the
center.
upstairs section, which was
Yeah.
cool. I or do you have? Sorry, you can keep going, nerd. I didn't know if you.
Yeah, so during my time playing this, I definitely found them hard to kill as Grace, but when I go in as Leon, I don't know, because the whole part is like, after you kill Chunk, you go in that same area as Grace, but you go into a different part of the care center, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they're pretty cool, I'd say.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
I I guess I'll just say I have to go to the bathroom really bad, so I might have to go right after this. But like, um, I I don't mind the blister heads, but I didn't really like the way they looked. I thought they looked kind of like how like in Resident Evil 3 remake they have like those weird things for
Yeah.
their heads. I really didn't like the way they looked either. I think they
YouTubers,
look kind of I
right?
just think they look stupid. I don't think they look like I'm not saying they need to be scary or anything like that, right? But like the thing about the
Yeah.
Crimson Heads is that like when they get up and go after you, they look scary. They're like a werewolf looking zombie thing. Like it looks so creepy. Like it freaks me out, when they get up. But it's not just that they get up, but their design is so scary. You know?
Yeah, it's sounding too.
I just don't like the sound and like I don't know, the blister head and everything is like it's like but it's like not like I just don't care. I don't like their design. I just really don't. I think it looks I don't know how to but like
Yeah.
otherwise their gameplay is fine and whatever, but like when you're fighting them as Leon it's like it's just other
They were
gameplay,
they
but
were they were more annoying than they were like scary opposed to like Crimson Heads. I wouldn't
yeah.
say they were bad. And plus I knew that they were going to be in the game because somebody told me that they were going to be like before the game even released. Because he play tested it.
Mhm.
I already knew that they were going to be in the game. They're going to be like, or they're saying like, oh, Crimson Heads are coming back to the game. Blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, cool, right? And I mean,
Those
yeah,
are
I
teamy.
guess
Those are teamy ones.
that's emo Crimson Heads. If anything, as much as I love Requiem, besides Leon's gameplay, a lot of the stuff in it is pretty Timu-esque.
Mhm.
But I will say, um, Grace is hot, and that's probably like the last thing I'll say.
Oh, sorry. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. You guys can keep talking if you want, but I gotta go.
Okay. On the topic of Requiem, basically, it took me at least 32 parts to get somewhere, at least in my Let's Play.
Yeah, like 32 part. Like what part are you like? You beat the game, right? Or
Oh no,
oh
I'm.
no?
It took me at least 32 parts to get somewhere as far as like the base.
Oh, so you're in the basement part, huh?
Yeah.
I thought you were at the. For some reason, I thought you were at the RPD.
Oh no, it's taken me a long time to get there.
Right. I mean, yeah, I get it though. It's taken me a while to figure out how to play games too. Like I've gotten stuck many times. Even like when I used to do playthroughs back in the day before I made this channel, it took me many playthroughs to figure out where to get to a certain point. So like, I mean, I get it. I get what you're saying.
Even with off topic of Requiem, Code Veronica, for example,
Right.
I am struggling through and through with this game. I'm playing on PS5 through a capture card, and it's like, according to OBS, the screen is like so tiny, I can barely see but so
Right.
much. In a hard time, though.
Like, is it like? Are you saying like it's a hard time like when it's like capturing wise, and you're having a hard time playing it, or is it like the puzzles, or is it like the controls and difficulty, or what?
I guess just the controls and
Right.
maybe the backtracking a little bit.
Oh yeah, the backtracking's pretty annoying. I'll agree with you on that part. Would you like? Do you play with like the D-pad or do you play with the analog stick?
I play with the analog and D-pad. I switch back and forth.
So I would recommend for like the more tanky Resident Evil games. I would highly recommend. Besides like maybe Resident Evil 4, because you can play that with a analog or D-pad, don't matter. But
Yeah.
like fixed angled ones, like I would highly recommend playing those games with D-pad because it's not as sensitive, if that makes sense.
Right, I'm at the part where they get the briefcase and the zombies. Like, oh my god, there's so many zombies at the graveyard, and I died so many. I died like twice there too.
So I would recommend first playthrough Code Veronica is to do the infinite herb glitch for Claire because like, you can take out those zombies, not waste any ammo, and you can um uh you can take those zombies out with the knife, and if you get hit, you can just heal yourself back up over and over and over again.
Right,
Plus, you can.
because sorry to
What?
cut you off, but
No,
Claire takes only a few hits before she gets killed. Like,
yeah, Chris is a lot stronger. I want to say. Um,
I think it's the opposite in one remake because Jill is usually the one that's strongest and Chris is the weakest.
no, it still has that uh weird difficulty
I
where it's
thought,
like
I thought Chris died easier in one remake. Maybe I'm
no,
wrong.
he still has issue. He still is like a tank. It's like Jill is like very easy to kill.
I don't know. I just heard Jill's easier to play, so if I ever go back to one remake, I'll probably be playing as Jill.
Yeah, I mean, I've played both campaigns, and hopefully on my channel I can get around to doing both uh, playthroughs because like playing Jill and Chris, I'd say they're both pretty fun. I'd say Jill is a lot more fun to play, but I do enjoy playing as Chris mostly in one remake because it's not as like annoying to play as Chris.
Right, because I played like one remake once on the channel, and that's for like early 30th anniversary stuff. But when I get back into it, like for actual Let's Play, I would definitely still play as Jill.
Right. I mean, Jill. I mean, to be. I think her gameplay, or I think her mode's more canon, but I could be wrong.
Anyways, so to be honest, Requiem has issues. I feel
Like,
it definitely has issues.
yeah. I like. What would you say like the issues are? Requiem.
Mm. Uh, Mainly just like it drags as Grace. It just drags too long as Grace. So
I think. I think some parts do drag a lot. I think the hotel section drags.
I agree.
Shut up. No one's talking to you.
I had to show up sometime.
The hotel section that definitely drags, and the the part I guess like maybe like a lot of the care center stuff does kind of drag, but I mean I'd say the draggiest of drag Draggington would have to be Raccoon City.
oh,
And I think that it should have been open world, and I think I should have got to drive the Porsche. But
that'd been cool.
oh my gosh, you guys remember when everyone was like, uh, "Oh, Resident Evil Requiem's gonna be open world or
I
whatever."
don't remember that. I don't remember
You
that. To
remember that?
be
I remember that.
honest,
For
You
9.
remember that?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah. It was like Resident Evil 9 is gonna be open world and it's gonna be developed by Ubisoft or something.
I don't remember that part.
Of all developers, why?
I swear they said they're gonna like have Ubisoft develop it. I'm like, oh no.
That's bad. This gonna be like Assassin's Creed.
No,
I was thinking,
God, no. Yeah,
I love
yeah,
it.
yeah,
No.
no.
So speaking of picking up, speaking of Assassin's Creed, I was thinking of picking up Outlaws the other day.
Oh, okay.
The Star Wars game, but I heard it's pretty bad.
Yeah, and overpriced, I think.
So
I have
I'm
no
gonna
idea.
I'm gonna stick to the Jedi Fallen games or whatever, Jedi Survivor. But yeah,
As far as Star Wars goes, I have Battlefront 2. I played a little bit of that without doing a gameplay thing for it. Or just Battlefront. I don't know which I have.
I know that Mercy's favorite game though is Gaiden. Definitely
Is what?
It's what now?
Resident Evil Gaiden.
Oh yeah. I was really hoping that they'd make a spiritual sequel to that or something. You know, go back to the roots of that and make it, you know, the canon. Because it would have been cooler if Leon came back and it's like, oh my God, it's the wrong one, and 9 or something. You know.
I was thinking they should have made a sequel for the Nintendo Switch and a remake
For Gaiden.
for Gaiden on the Nintendo Switch
Oh, yeah,
because
I
it is a
agree.
Nintendo game.
Oh, yeah.
It is a Nintendo game. You know what's
What?
funny? Speaking of Nintendo, I'm not sure. Like, why have they not added Resident Evil to the Smash Brothers games? Right?
I Smash Brothers.
They have
And,
Snake.
and yeah.
They have Snake. They
Huh.
have they have they have some pretty brutal games in that or pretty brutal M-rated games in that series in that game, but they won't add Resident Evil. I'll be like, okay, Mortal Kombat don't make sense. You know, Doom, understandable, blah, 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 blah. All that, right? Where's Resident Evil?
Which
Where,
character would you
where,
add?
Yeah. I'm
everyone would be like either Jill or Leon.
What even is Smash? Is that like it's like Mortal Kombat or?
Isn't it? No. It's like I
You know
guess.
what? You know PlayStation All Stars.
No, I've never heard of that.
Oh, then I don't know what to tell you. You know Brawlhalla?
No, I don't know what that is either. I've heard of
I don't
that
know what to
one,
tell you. But it's like Brawlhalla, but actually good.
but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what that is.
It's basically like I guess I've heard of PlayStation All Stars. So it has like Kratos and all that in them. I think. I mean, I guess I've heard of it, but I never really got around to playing it. But at the same time, I don't really know what it is either. So
I don't know anything Nintendo. So.
I know I know
You
more
know
about
all
Nintendo.
Nintendo nerd. You know every Nintendo. That's like the one thing I know.
Nerd
You
is
know.
That's just my personal thought.
Nerd is more Nintendo guy.
Yeah, it's
I
like my
am.
sister.
Mercy's more of Xbox.
More
And I
Xbox.
hate video games. I've never played video games in my entire life.
Xbox will die eventually. I'm just gonna say that.
What? You're not gonna get the PC hybrid for $1,500?
No, damn.
I'd get that. I would get that. Honestly, I would get that.
It might be cool. I don't know. I don't know.
I have a PC already. I don't need another one.
What if
I
it's like
need a
straight up a
PC.
PC, but like not a PC? So like you can't. There's no Steam. It's just Xbox. They're like just play our games, but $1,500.
I need
Amazing.
a PC.
Get the Xbox. Get the new Xbox. It's the. I don't know. Maybe it'll be cool. I don't know, but.
Because really, I don't know what to say about them adding Resident Evil characters. Resident Evil characters to Smash because they would have to get permission from Capcom, I would think. But then again,
They have,
Capcom has
but they have
already
Mega
announced
Man, but they have Mega Man and Street Fighter and Smash, which are both Capcom releases.
Hmm.
uh-huh. Yeah, Mega Man too, but that's also Capcom. So and then it was Nintendo. So
Hmm. Yeah, I'm kind of back and forth on the Switch too. I think the Nintendo should make a PC, Nintendo PC.
that would go horrible. I
I
I would
think I
say
think
that.
PlayStation I think PlayStation should really not make the PlayStation 6.
Oh yeah, I kind of
They
agree
But
on
should do
that.
the
but the
seven.
P the P yeah, they should skip over to 7 and they should call it the PCS 7.
Yeah, they should go the
Or just make
Garten of
another
Ban
P,
Ban route.
or just make another PSP or some
Dude,
shit.
dude, Karna Ban is gonna be a launch title. It's gonna sell millions.
They're gonna launch Garten of Ban Ban 22 on the
I
PS7, and then the PS6 will come out in 22 years because they'll do the PS8 and the PS9, but the PS6. The cool thing about the PS6, the reason why they're going back is because people are gonna go back to they like nostalgia. It's gonna be a prequel.
and GTA 6 and GTA 6. GTA 6 is gonna release on the PS6.
Yes,
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 exactly.
yes,
In 20
exactly.
it's gonna release on
whenever it
the
says.
PS6. You know what's funny actually? Now that so back then, my dad, like I said, he had like all the Resident Evil games, and
Mhm.
I think on the PS3 they would show like what platform they were on. So it's like I'd look at it and it'd be like Resident Evil 1 on the PlayStation 1. I don't know if you ever saw it this way, and I'm probably gonna say some weird, wacky crap, but
Go ahead.
Resident Evil 1 on the PS1. Okay, that makes sense. Resident Evil 2 on the PS1. Shouldn't that be on PlayStation 2? Because that's also a 2 game. Resident Evil 3 on the PS1. Well, shouldn't that be on the PS3? Because that's a 3, right? That's a 3 game, right?
Yeah.
Then there's Resident Evil 4, and that was on the PlayStation 2. And it's like, dude, shouldn't that be on the freaking uh, PlayStation 4?
No,
I don't know if you ever saw it,
I
but
agree. I think we should be at Resident Evil 5 right now.
on the PS4, yeah.
And then 6 should come
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
On the PS6.
And six will just be on the
But
PS6.
what about the pros? We got to remember the pros and the slims. So would there be like a Resident Evil 5 slim?
Resident Evil 5 Special Edition.
Yeah.
No. I don't know.
You know what, Mercy? You have big bucks. You should definitely buy me Resident Evil 5 PS or Xbox 360.
I should buy Resident Evil 5 what? I don't know what you
You
said.
can buy me the Resident Evil 5 Xbox 360.
You mean like there's like an Xbox 360 designed after the RE5 or?
Yeah.
You know, my mom has like the Halo 4 edition of the 360, I think.
Why should you have Halo 4? I feel bad for your mom, dude.
What's wrong? It's a cool design. It's just it's like a Promethean blue, or I don't even remember. It's weird.
I remember when I'd hang out with this kid, and he got yeah, they have a Resident Evil 5 edition console, but it's just a red Xbox 360.
Mhm.
So that's all it is. But I would hang out with this kid, and um, he had this Halo Reach Xbox, and to my knowledge, you
Gray.
either sold it or you broke it.
Uh,
And it's like, dude,
some
you
good
got a
action.
Halo, and it's like, how do you break a Halo Reach Xbox?
I don't. Damn, I'm starting to wonder if anyone's gonna watch my video because it's like an hour long now.
I don't know. Sorry.
Longer videos do better on the algorithm.
Yeah, we should stay up for 10 hours. So sorry about your
Oh, I
PC,
don't know
but
about that.
sorry
I don't
about
know
your
about that.
PC. No, I agree. I don't think 10 hours is enough. I think we need to go like stretch it a little bit more. Like maybe
Sorry
17.
about your PC is crazy.
17.
Dude, you say that, and then you're telling me, oh, I gotta split the video into 2 parts.
It's true though. I mean, we're just talking about one game. It's not like I have to get so much footage for like the other ones. It's not like I did much anyway.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
No.
You have to do it for Resident Evil 9 remake.
Oh yeah, that's true. When they
I mean,
Nine
get to that.
2020, no, 2000, no, 2100, yeah, 2100.
no, it's coming out tomorrow.
On the 23rd.
Coming out tomorrow on the 23rd. Which reminds me, I should have known today was the 30th anniversary of Resident Evil because today was the day my poor Spotify premium expired.
Oh.
Oh damn, rip.
So you spent money on Spotify over Resident Evil, or what do you mean?
No.
Or you mourned over it and you didn't pay
I mourned
attention to the
over it.
date.
I mourned over it and I didn't pay. Yeah, exactly. I didn't pay attention to the date. I'm like, oh shit. Sorry, I didn't swear. And then I'm like, and then like Nerd told me, he's like, oh yeah, Mercy, did a Resident Evil video. I'm like, oh shoot, I thought the 30th for some reason was the 30th anniversary. And I'm like, oh wait, it's the 22nd. I'm like, shoot, I actually got to get a video, which I'm still editing at the moment right now. But
Yeah.
That reminds me, I want to do something for the actual 30th anniversary, but I don't know what I'm going to do because I just played Code Veronica.
I mean, you're playing Resident Evil, so
I might just have to find a way to play the one remake without even buying it on PS5 right now.
You can just record.
and then you
video
could
yourself.
emulate it.
I can emulate it, but my PC will be able to handle it regardless. So
I don't even got a PC. I got to do everything to get away.
yeah, if I just emulate it, I can just scum save at every minute.
Right. So, gentlemen, folks, is there anything else you guys want to say about Resident Evil 9 Requiem 9 6 9 6 7?
6, 7. No. I think I'm done for right now. Yeah.
I don't think I have anything else to say too.
I was gonna ask
Yeah,
something irrelevant to it.
Oh,
Okay.
I guess what is the I mean, we already kind of went over this, but
Mhm.
what would you think because I was talking to you, Nerd, I think a while ago today. What is at least maybe you guys would think of your top 3 Resident Evil games in terms of how scary the scary factor? Do you think? Your top 3.
Top 3. Damn. 9. I want to say 9. Mm, I maybe 1 because a certain part they gave me a jump scare,
Mm-hmm.
and that was one original. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
would you say like tensity kind of like goes with like scare factor or?
I mean, I guess yeah, that's true. I mean, it's like, I mean, that's kind of like how Dead Space is to me, right? Like Dead Space 1, I would
Right.
say is like more
Right.
horrific in atmosphere, but 2 is more intense. But like you can argue like what is more scary in the moment, I guess you could say, because and Silent Hill 2 is one of the scariest games of all time in my opinion for me, because and same with Amnesia is that those games are they base their entire theme on atmosphere, and that freaks me out so much because it's kind of like a build up to something, and there's stuff like, you know, jump scares and Five Nights at Freddy's or whatever, right? But I guess, but I don't like. I don't know. I mean, I really don't know. Like to me, I would say, like, you know, like, oh my god, like I'm scared. I don't want to play this game. Like, I know you can't really say that much for like Resident Evil, maybe compared to like some other ones, but like, you know, I don't, you know, kind of like that though. Like thinking about like that in that way, I guess. So I guess, but I don't know.
For me, not so much because I can actually handle Resident Evil to some capacity when I'm not raging at it and screaming the F word at it all day.
To me, I would say. I mean, for a while, I like. I mean, obviously, I've beaten the village before, but for a while, oh shoot! Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Is it like okay, okay. Sorry, I turned my mic off for a minute
It's
for
fine.
some reason. Like Village, I've obviously beaten it before, but for a while it did actually take me a while to beat Village because of the baby part.
Hmm.
Because I was too scared, right?
I have that in VR.
But
I just haven't gotten to it yet.
oh, you should play that on the channel.
I don't know if I will, but
You're gonna be like playing the baby part specifically
I
on
know, but I'd
VR.
have to get to it because like the VR thing is different. Like you don't have your saves in it's a
Oh,
different save system, and it's only on PlayStation's VR thing. So it'd be
right,
hard to record, but
right.
yeah.
What's it called? Um, let's say, kind of think. I don't know. I don't really find that Resident Evil that scary. Now I I do find the first remake to be somewhat scary, in my personal opinion,
Hmm.
but I wouldn't say it's a scary game. Um, to the point where it's like, oh, I don't want to stop, or I don't want to keep playing it anymore. But I would really honestly say it's a tie between Nemesis and uh, Requiem at certain points, because there's certain points where it's like, yeah, it's pretty good, and then it's like, okay, well, I'm tense, I'm scared, I don't even want to continue playing this game. Um, there's like every time I had to switch back to like early game, if I had to switch back to Grace, I'm like, oh God, please no, please no, please no, please no. And then like and three Nemesis, it's like, oh no, I got a key item that I really need. You know, I know Nemesis is gonna come for my butt. Like he's coming to get me. So I'd say it's pretty tied between the two. But yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Resident Evil just doesn't scare me like that unless it's really 9. So
Hmm.
Math 2 is pretty scary.
okay, 2
Yeah.
remake had its moments though. 2 remake has had its moments. I tend to say.
That liquor thing with the bomb. It's just like
FNAF World is probably the scariest game I've ever played, though.
which one or what game?
FNAF World.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. That is yeah.
Game is terrifying. I don't know about you. That
Uh,
thing, like
I played it
that
with my eyes
game now.
closed.
How do you play
we
with your eyes closed?
Because
Boy,
that's the smart thing about Five Nights at Freddy's 4 is because you use your ears on it. So I played through the first 3 nights. I remember when I was younger, I said, you know what, I can't do this. I'm in the dark already. I'm gonna close my eyes and I'm gonna play this way, and I beat them.
I don't know why you're. I'm talking about FNAF 4 because that's a baby game. I'm in FNAF World. That one is the most
Ah,
terrifying.
FNAF World. I thought you said FNAF 4. I thought you
Oh,
said.
FNAF World. That game is actually terrifying. That game is
That's what I meant.
scary.
Yeah, I don't know what you. I didn't know what you said the first time, but I thought you said 4 the next time. I was like, okay. Like, yeah,
No,
that is the
FNAF
scariest
World.
one. Okay.
Dude, I don't know about you, but like I went through like many different pairs of underwear playing that game. Oh my god, it was scary. It was scary. It was so spooky. I cried and I cried to my girlfriend, my girlfriend on Roblox. She broke up with me that same day.
Oh, that's sad. I'm so sorry to hear that, man.
I was like,
uh, about FNAF. I tried to play Five Nights with Mac tonight on the channel, but the audio on my mic was too low. I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna upload it, so I stopped to do that.
Macronites?
Yeah, with Mac tonight. Yeah,
Oh my gosh, dude, I want to play that game.
What's the game?
they made like 3 of them.
Five Nights at Macdonites.
Oh, I
Or
don't know
with
what that
Mac tonight.
is.
They made at least 3 of those. Yeah.
I'm hoping I'm hoping when I can get like myself a PC, like like you know what? I'll probably play some FNAF fan games on the channel. That'd
Mm-hmm.
be really awesome.
Yeah. There's like Five Nights at Candies.
Play that
You
one, yeah.
mentioned this Mercy. One night at Flumpty's.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's another
Um,
banger.
um, there's just so many fan games. I can't even name them all.
I didn't play a fan game, but I did play like a game. I think it was called. what was it called? It was inspired by Five Nights at Freddy's. I didn't know this when I first played it, but it was like, sorry, let me check real quick. I don't know what it was, but it was. I'll find it quickly. Okay, it was Blessed with Death, which is not out yet. I thought it was supposed to come sooner, but it's like these cartoonish, and I think it's similar to One Night at Flumpty's, where there's these cartoonish looking characters. And I
Dude, that
thought it
game
was
is
really cool.
satanic. Dude, that game is satanic.
Satanic?
Yeah, that game is satanic, dude.
There's like a demon in the picture, I think, in like the front.
Oh no. There's no bueno. But yeah, that's I think Resident Evil Requiem.
Yeah,
What do you rate it?
pretty much in a nutshell.
What would I rate it?
Yeah, out of 10.
Uh,
Percentage.
Yeah. Go ahead
Decimal,
with your rating.
whatever.
I have no idea. Let me think about this real quick. I'll have like Nerd go first, cause
Okay. I think it's a solid 7, or maybe close to an 8 now that I've played more of it.
Mm-hmm.
I would say at best it's a 9.
Oh, yeah, so I
that's
was gonna say
actually
too.
pretty good.
At best it's a 9. Maybe if I'm being generous, 9.5.
No, it's a 9.
It's a 9.
I'm sticking to a 7 or an 8 because to me it's not that good.
I think it's a great game. I think it has its flaws.
I don't know how to rate it actually, because I complicate too much because I compare it to like every other thing that I would rate.
I know you'd rank it above Resident Evil 4 remake.
Mm-hmm. Or I don't know.
Instead-
I need to replay it.
And 7.
No,
No, you'd rank it about 7. Yeah, you would.
no,
At 8. Yes, you would.
no, I wouldn't.
Yes, you would.
Why?
Or you told me so.
Oh, wait, I didn't tell you that.
Yeah, you did.
Not me. When did I say that? No, I never said that. I might have said 4 remake. I don't remember saying 7 or 8 though. I said I think 7. I even was like confused. Cause, I mean, not confused. I mean, there's not many on the poll, but like I don't know how many did the poll thing, but like no one voted for 7. One did 7. Everyone voted for 9,
No,
which is fair.
no,
But
I know. I was mad.
okay.
Just trolling.
But
buddy. I was
7, yeah,
trolling.
I'll take 7 over 9 for sure.
Yeah, I'm biased because I like 8 a bit more, but 9's got its moments.
Oh yeah. How do you feel about 8? Because I know you played a little bit of it.
I never uploaded the gameplay because I never uploaded because the Wi-Fi back at the other house is just so awful. I never just uploaded it. But anywho, I think it's good. The not the vampire, but like the werewolf enemies.
The lichens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're pretty menacing, and I think I'm at red health though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When I first played the demo, like there was like they had like 2 demos. They had like the 30-minute one and then another 30-minute one where you were in like I think like the first part of the village and I think maybe part of, I don't think it was the castle. There was something else, and then there's also the maiden demo, obviously, which I couldn't play at the time because it was only PlayStation 5 exclusive and I only had an Xbox One. But when I played the demo at my mom's house, I played it at my mom's house on her little screen, like in her living room area, or whatever. And I was playing it before I went to bed. And I was in bed and I was so excited. I was so excited because Resident Evil 8 was so exciting at the time. It was like 2021. To play, and I was like, my friend had it, and he was like, over the internet, but like I would always talk about it with him, and I went to also Doom Eternal. Doom Eternal was my most anticipated game of 2020. Village was like mine of 2021, so it was a big thing for me. But when I played that part, I know like that first area, which I assume you already went past, where like they're inside of the field, the lichens are inside of the fields and stuff. Like that freaked me out so much back then, because I was younger back. I don't know how old I was, but I mean I wouldn't be that young, but it freaked me. It scared me with the lichens and stuff when it was first fighting them. And I know it was like snowy and bright out, but and also VR. When I first started VR, I think I said this earlier too. But when I was in VR for the first time ever, the first game I went on was Village, and the menu screen when you go inside of it, you're inside of that field area with like the scarecrow looking thing, and with the mountains you see above you, and it's snowy, and I felt sick, and it was cold in the room, and it was like, it's such an amazing experience to see something like that because it looks so realistic in VR, especially the PS VR2. It's crazy, but. I love Village. I think it's a great game. I mean, I know it has flaws and I know there's problems with it, but I probably like it more than 9. I can't help it. I do want to replay 9 though. I want to replay 9 on maybe Grace's section. I mean, first off, I want to play it, in modern mode on the harder one, and I want to do Grace maybe in third person. As well as Leon in first person, because I feel like that would be interesting playing like that. But I'd be interested in that. But I don't know.
Yeah, because since y'all did one, I'll have to do one in some capacity because I want to like at least do something for the 30th anniversary.
Yeah, I love 1. I think the first one really is one among some of my favorites because I like it more than 2 and 3 and Code Veronica or all the other ones. I mean 0. I mean I like the first remake more, but the first one is very simple. It's not out there. It's more satisfying in my opinion. It's not throwing so much at you. I like the simplicity a lot, and I like how it is consistent with most of it, like the way the game is designed. I like the older look. It's kind of like Dead Space to me, where Dead Space is consistently the same design. You could probably get bored or seeing, because Dead Space 2 has more style, I would say, compared to 1, but 1 has a more of an, there's something else with it. So I don't know. I like the original 1 a lot. 2 and 3 I like, but I don't know.
I mean, compared to because 1 remake is like $19.99 on PS5, and the original director's cut is like $9.99. So you have both on there.
Oh yeah, they go on sale. Or I don't know about the originals, but I know the remake and stuff. I'm sure they go on sale for like $4.99 a lot. So people need to get into that. They always go for like 5 or so. Yeah.
Maybe we'll have a sale in April soon, so maybe I'll get around to just doing that.
Oh yeah, that's what I like a lot about them is that like whenever, not every time I check, but like a lot of times they're on sale, like really good sales. So it's pretty cool.
I think the remake trilogy was on sale.
Oh yeah.
I thought.
I need to get that for maybe Steam sometime, but I don't know. I mean, it depends on how much on sale, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I want to replay the games with Leon in it, and maybe I'll do the originals. I don't know, though. But someday.
Yeah. I have, of course, I have my signed copy of 2. I never really play because it's signed.
Oh yeah. That's true. Yeah. Never get rid of that. That's great. What was it? Was it Claire's actor? The signed it.
Claire's original voice actress from Code Veronica and Mc0nel just moved out of the group.
I don't know. I gotta go.
Basically, I mentioned this in the beginning. I can't go back to the older Resident Evils because they're clunky, they're just hard to deal with, and I just don't like going through them. I really don't.
Yeah. I mean, I feel you. I get that. I mean, like, I don't know. I like. The thing is, there's Resident Evil 1, and then there's 2, 3, Code Veronica, 0, 1 remake and stuff. I like 1 remake a lot. I do, but the original's way more satisfying and much quicker. I think the first one's probably I should really say the first 3, and maybe Code Veronica is like quick, right? Or I don't know, something about them, right? But I feel like
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it, but I mean, I love them, you know, and I love tank controls. I love fixed camera angles, but I can also understand why people might not like them. And, you know, I understand that it is harder to play and you have to get like, and even if you get used to it, I can understand that too. But there's something between that and also Silent Hill, because you played Silent Hill, and Silent Hill is like kind of a mix with fixed camera angles sometimes. I think it's mainly just the first one most of the time, or I'm pretty sure basically only mostly the first one. But most of them, like they're not third person necessarily, like where they're over the shoulder, but they're from far away third person in a way, you know. But they're still fixed camera angles. But you can also change it now in a recent, not recent, but like the later stuff. So I don't know. I don't know if you liked that controls or not. That's why I brought it up with Silent Hill. I didn't know, but yeah.
Yeah, because maybe it's just me. I don't know. I really don't like using ink ribbons in Resi 1 or any Resi game.
Oh yeah, I tell dude, when I was playing Resident Evil 0, that was my introduction. Obviously, I didn't understand what the heck I was looking at when I was saying ink ribbons and stuff, and then I realized I feel like that was actually the big turn up. And from that day, I hated ink ribbons, and I still hate ink ribbons. Don't get me wrong, I just do. I can't help it. I hate ink ribbons, but I understand the gameplay mechanic for it, because it makes you, it's like an initiative, like you don't want to die, you know, that kind of pushes like even harder on it, because the concept of it, at least, like you don't want to die. So I don't want to use a bunch of, you know, ink ribbons, because I might run out, and then I'm not going to be able to use it, and it's going to be harder on me. And, I feel like one remake does it the best just because the game is so good. But when you're stuck with something like Zero, it's like, and I understand for all the other ones too, because of the doors, and because it takes a while. And I wish I wish you could skip the doors on. I wish they would just add like a separate like DLC thing. You could add like on PlayStation Classics that they added or something for like the first 3 and Code Veronica. It would be nice. I know Code Veronica's not Classics catalog, but it would be so much nicer if they just added that and then skip doors. Because people have played it so many times. I mean, like people would get bored of like doing that over and over. You know what I mean? Like who wants to go through the doors all the time? Because GOG has that. I wish console did too. You know, that'd be nice. But
Yeah, because I hated that. I hated that. Code Veronica made me get rid of the ink ribbons when going through the metal detector. It's like, oh my god, I have to get rid of my ink ribbons now. I'm not gonna be able to save.
I really don't like the design of Code Veronica's area where you're specifically in that area with the metal detector and stuff, because when you go into there, I mean, first off, I think it's just kind of, there's not really much on the other side anyway. If they made more of an initiative to be there, like, oh, there's like a whole different section where you have to go through all this different stuff. You have to avoid zombies, avoid whatever. There's none of that. There's nothing really important to it at all. I think that's one of the worst sections of the game, honestly, because it's just a small part, but it's integral to the beginning area, I would say. And when you move back, that's like the only time where anything really happens, is where zombies go through the window, or the windows, you know. I think in that area. Otherwise, there's nothing really special about it. I don't really like the whole thing, because I just feel like it just wastes time of, oh, let's just put your thing, because there's a metal detector here, you can't bring it. I get that it wants to limit you, but it's only for that one little part, I think, with the zombies, if I'm not wrong, unless I misremembering, but I don't remember it being that much, you know. So I don't know. And there's other things in Code Veronica too, like obviously the moth hallway, that is just atrociously bad. And I also hate the banner snatches with, like, you know, there's certain areas with them that's extremely annoying. I love the Antarctica section. I love the palace still overall, and I love the prison stuff outside of that first area thing. And I, you know, the Code Veronica as a I mean, I always talk to you about it, but, you know, if they remake Code Veronica, I mean, we might as well still do it. Am I still recording? You're still recording. I'm still recording. So
I'm still recording too. Damn.
yeah, exactly. So the whole I've mentioned this to Mc0nel and you, I think, off camera, but the whole section with the graveyard in the first area with like the I don't know if they're pale heads or what they are, but they're these, the zombies, the way they look and everything. Not that it matters, but the graveyard where it would be so awesome seeing actual zombies come out of the graves. I'm sure they already did that with Resident Evil 6 and probably another one too, but it would be so cool to see something like that, like Night of the Living Dead straight up, in a remake, and do it so much better because there's so much open space you can, I'm going to be honest. I think Code Veronica is the one Resident Evil game where, I can't even say the same thing for Zero or not a lot of the other ones. I think Code Veronica is the one where it's you know what? In a remake, you should expand the area. It shouldn't be that linear. I feel like it should be much bigger, Honestly, in a lot of Code Veronica, the remake would doing something like that, I think would be even better, So that's my feelings on it. But I mean, I don't know if Code Veronica, we don't know if Code Veronica for a fact is coming next, but according to the leaks, it might, So.
I made a video on that.
Oh yeah, I saw that you were covering the news, I think, of the leak or something.
Yeah, the one. Someone sent me. Yeah.
Yeah. I think Yeah.
I didn't cover that because it says something about the the directors of 2 and 4 remakes are directing Code Veronica remake.
Yeah, and that they're not going to cut anything, and they'll make a lot of changes or something like that, I think is what's going to happen. Or that's what they said.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know when I don't know when to end the video really. It's been going on for a while.
Yeah, I can end it real quick. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna end it because I don't know when to stop.
Well, that's probably the end of this. I'm glad you're on here. Unfortunately, Mc0nel had to go for something, so he's not here anymore. But go check out his channel. Go check your Average Video Game Nerd's channel in the description. I'll leave the link for him specifically because for some reason, every single time I put a ping on your channel, it never shows up in YouTube. I don't know why, but it never does. It shows your other channel. It doesn't show this one. It's weird. But yeah, go check their channels out in the link, whatever, you click it down in the description, and their channels are easy to find by their names anyway. So, with that being said, yeah, I don't really have much else to say either. So I don't know if we wanted one thing.
I'm gonna head off right here. Thank you for watching. It's been going on for too long.
See you guys later. Bye. This is weird outro.